The pandemic has been a relatively unique situation. Normally there's a lot of chaos beforehand for getting any kind of major expedition organised because, you know, once you're at sea you can't just pop into the shops to get what it is that you need.
The pandemic made it certainly more difficult to plan this cruise. New updates occurred on a daily basis, especially towards the final few weeks before the cruise.
It's had a massive effect because of the limited number of people who could go, the amount of extra things that needed to be done in order to be able to make sure that people had been exposed to the virus beforehand or were going to bring it on board.
Normally when we have a larger science party, we're able to do shifts, and so we had to adjust in terms of the workload that we would be able to achieve without compromising on the science itself.
Originally I had planned for 21 scientists on board. This was reduced to 11. Unfortunately, I had to cut most of the students out of the program, and this is because I had to go for experience. The program that we ran on board was very demanding, and there was no time to train, unfortunately, the next generation of scientists. And it wasn't an easy decision because this is how the next generation learns and networks with different institutes and collaborators. But unfortunately, I didn't see a choice in this instance.
Not only were we dealing with the things like what everybody else was dealing with, but we were also trying to deal with getting access to our labs that had been closed, trying to get bits of equipment or spares and things in through distribution chains that were working, but delivery sometimes was difficult because universities were closed and things like this.
Yes, ordering equipment and consumables for the cruise was difficult. The delivery of items were delayed, and several items and consumables like gloves were difficult to purchase because they were either out of stock or reserved for hospitals, which of course I support.
Yeah, it's been impactful. So it's slowed us down. It's kept us out of the lab. But luckily, Bergen had very low cases very quickly. So we were able to go under strict restrictions back into the lab. And I was pretty sure we weren't going to be able to bring the instrument and do a lot of the major work that we wanted to do on this cruise. But it turned out that we were just able to, at the last minute, pull everything together and still pull it off. And I think, you know, it's hurt us, it's made everything more difficult, it's slowed us down, but it's pretty amazing that we still be able to do all this work on this cruise, bring all these disciplines together. And for that, I mean, Audrey's done a great job of making it possible.
I had to stay on my toes and solve problems as they came in, and always be ready to change, to be flexible, and to adapt to whatever situation was coming at me.